Renan, vamos tentar escutar um pouco melhor, né? Aumentar o volume para conferir o que a turma da CNBC, nossos colegas, estão trazendo nesse Breaking News.
Financials, industrials, utilities, staples, these are all sectors that are higher right now, not minding the higher interest rates. It's just, we look for the growth versus value, we look for the mega caps versus everybody else. We're trying to figure out if there's any changing dynamics going on. What explains some of the strength here?
Well, I mean, first of all, it's noisy day to day. Those groups you mentioned, small caps, industrials, banks, were down 8% in December. You know, they've kind of taken a little bit of their pain. I don't know if I'm going to extrapolate. I think industrials are kind of flattish at the moment. So, you know, I feel as if it's one of those things where what's your starting point is going to determine some of this. So, everyone's a little bit, I think, bracing too for whether the official jobs number is going to come into line with the, you know, the job openings data, which we certainly can't bet.
Well, also Cintas is part of the industrial sector, and that's up 3% on this deal stuff.
Yeah, it's a uniform company. Yeah,
oh, yeah. Cincinnati uniforms. David, did you want to weigh in on the sort of leadership rotation question?
I think the defensives have actually not done very well since the year started off, and now today they're kind of in the lead, and I expect to see more of that this year. Consumer staples, healthcare were reasonably laggards last year. They were still positive on the year, but certainly much less than these other technology, consumer discretionary. And 2022 is a very important year where you saw this tech stuff get beat up a bit as interest rates went higher. Those defensives were all positive. And we have a precedent of this in the past when .com imploded. Large cap value did very well. So I don't know if 2025 is that year or not. I know something like that is coming, and it's difficult to time. But staples, healthcare, they're not dealing. They're at 16 times, not 23 times.
Yeah, the relative performance is striking, especially on staples versus the S&P. David, thanks. A lot to unpack today. As we await the president-elect, NVIDIA, as we said, sparking some big moves across the chip space after a number of major AI announcements last night. Jensen Huang delivering that keynote at CES after the stock did close at a fresh all-time high. For more on that, let's get to Christina Partsinevelos. Morning, Christina.
Good morning. Well, it was all about getting physical. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang unveiled the company's vision for physical AI, and that's really how AI is leaping from the digital realm to real-world applications. And this is across gaming, industrial robotics, autonomous vehicles, and desktop computing. And in contrast to some investor concerns, Huang did stress production of the